So I want to ask you a question, and if you want to pause the video to answer it or just answer it as I go, that's perfectly fine. But the question is this: if somebody does something wrong and they're in a position of power or in a space in which they have a humongous platform and millions of people watch their every move, and they do something or say something wrong or incorrect or something that is it perpetuates a stereotype or something hateful, do you or do you not hold that person responsible? Hold that thought, whatever your answer may be, and save it for the end of the episode. Because today we're going to be talking about accountability and the lack thereof, plus the toxicity in the hip-hop industry. Before we get started, if you're new here, I'm King Anasazi and this is Afro'd Rants. This is the place you come to listen to me bitch whine and complain about bitches, whiners, and complainers. And essentially today we're going to be touching on, bear with me here because I'm going to be hitting a lot of spots conversationally that just really irk the fuck out of me, and I'm going to try my best to stay on point and remain professional without going off on tangents as to why I want to punch a motherfucker in their teeth. If you've been living under a rock,
who are you people?
You probably don't know what's going on with the rapper DaBaby right now. And I'm here to update you on that. You see, there was a little bit of a verbal misplacement of words during his performance at the Rolling Loud event. That was sometime last week or something like that. DaBaby was recorded saying some things that were, for the most part, pretty fucking stupid.
Let's give some love to the late Pop Smoke. You got love for the late Pop Smoke, put a cell phone light in the air, let's have a moment for him.
Lights up, brother, loud.
Cell phone lights in the air, let's have a moment for him. You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks, put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
From what I could pick up from what he was saying in a lot of his response videos to the backlash that he received was that he was saying this as a call to action and a way to kind of communicate with his crowd at the show and at the event.
I say, if you ain't suck dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights up so I could drop my next song. I wasn't going on no rant. That's called a call to action. That's what that's called, because I'm a live performer. I'm the best live performer. I'm the live show killer. You interact with your fans. You get what I'm saying? Look.
And that he didn't mean no harm, and that, you know, his fans that are gay are not dirty ass gay niggas that will be doing anything of that nature. His words, not mine. His words, not mine.
All the lights went up, gay or straight. You wanna know why? Because even my gay fans don't got fucking AIDS, stupid ass niggas. They don't got AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no nasty gay niggas.
And thus his gay fans are clean and would not be getting AIDS or HIV. Let me go ahead and start this off with a very simple comment. There's a time and a place. There is a time and a place. That was not the time or the place to make such a statement. I really don't give a fuck who you are or what platform you think it is that you have that you just can't be pushed off of. Let me go ahead and state this real quick. Don't matter how famous you are, how big you think you are, or how big of a name you think you are. Don't matter if every motherfucker know your name. You can be knocked down from that pedestal for saying the wrong shit and doing the wrong shit and then doubling down on the wrong shit. The action of messing up is not the problem. The problem is that this man doubled down on that shit and essentially said, I'm sorry that y'all were offended. Y'all ever had a nigga like that? Y'all ever had somebody like that where they say, I'm sorry you feel like, or I'm sorry you were offended, that type shit? That's what DaBaby did. He said something dumb, he said something hurtful, said something very misguided and uneducated, then essentially followed that up with, I'm sorry y'all are so sensitive. As the days have gone by, has proceeded to either have other artists completely lash out at him for what he said and check him on it, or have very, very toxic artists back him up, essentially. For instance, one artist in question, Tory Lanez, who, if I'm not mistaken, shot a woman because he got a little man complex. Okay. Tory Lanez was seen saying on Twitter that cancel culture doesn't exist, toxic masculinity doesn't exist, and of these two things that are non-existent, neither of them should be bothering people like DaBaby, because at the end of the day, these people do their own dirt, so who are they to call upon him on his dirt? And why should he get lambasted and stoned for voicing his opinion? I'm just gonna have to...
Time out!
There's a difference between an opinion and uneducated bullshit. Very big difference. There's actually a ridiculous amount of space between them. It's enough for several planets to orbit. It's not the same. I think there's this misconceived notion amongst men especially that both black, white, or whatever, that being toxic is okay so long as it's your opinion because you have freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, though it entails being able to speak your mind freely, it does not mean be a dick. You have the right to be a dick. You can be a dick if you like to, but 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna get you anywhere, and it's not gonna do anything positive for anybody. If anything, it's just gonna make the situation worse for you and make it harder to get your point across. So just act like a fucking adult and make a good point. And if you make a bad point, own up to it, say sorry, and grow the fuck up and educate yourself. I don't think I could have nearly as much money as these niggas have and not educate myself on certain terminology, especially if I didn't grow up in the generation that they like to claim is woke and super sensitive. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie and act like today's culture isn't super PC, because it is. It's very politically correct. It's hard for, especially for comedians, to make jokes and shit, because a lot of times you can't say something without offending somebody. And before I get into a big old whatever, we all know all comedy exists because of misery. There cannot be true comedy without some form of misery. This is true. But none of that was comedy. None of that was required at the moment. All you had to do was, and I hate that I'm quoting Chris Brown of all people, but do your show, get the fuck off the stage. That was just the weirdest way to try to relate to your audience. That was a call to action. Since when were you the spokesperson for preventive measures against AIDS and HIV? Actually, you didn't state any preventive measures against AIDS or HIV. You can just kind of stigmatize them as diseases that'll kill you in 2 weeks. There are plenty of people who live healthy and safe lives with AIDS and HIV. I really don't understand. You're basically talking from a lack of knowledge, essentially. And then you want us, the public, to accept this, to be like, it's okay because you didn't mean anything by it, and because you use the age-old argument that we hate for white people to use. You use the I have gay friends angle. I kind of sat back over the course of these couple of days watching this shit happen, and I just kept telling myself, it can't get worse. It can't get worse. It just got fucking worse. Not to mention, not only did DaBaby keep shooting himself in the foot repeatedly with the fucking sawed-off shotgun, Tory Lanez chimed in, because we needed that. And then T.I. chimed in, and out of all of the people that chimed in and may have said something toxic or non-educational, T.I. kind of talked in circles. Essentially, T.I., Tip, Clifford was trying to get to the point of, as long if Lil Nas X could live his truth, for instance, why can't DaBaby live his truth? I go back to the very simple conversational piece of ignorance is not an excuse to be a dumbass. You choose to be dumb. You choose to not know these things. You choose not to educate yourself and become more versed on a topic. Okay, although T.I. did talk in a fucking circle like a motherfucker, like I really thought this was the sequel to the movie Spiral. Like we was really spinning in this bitch. Although he talked in a circle, he made a point. Not a good point, not a bad point, but a point.
And words are often misconstrued. And to be honest with you, if homosexuals have more right than heterosexual people, just say that. That the law. Because I feel like I respect gays, especially the ones who have the courage and the bravery to step out and live in their truth. You know what I mean? I respect that. I think any human being, man, walking this earth who has the bravery and the courage to live their truth unapologetically, I respect that. But that I respect it the same way if you're a heterosexual person. I respect it the same way. So I don't even see what all the hoopla about. Some of y'all motherfuckers just be up in arms and fake caring about shit just cause you ain't got shit else going on in your life for real. Ain't nothing in the world gonna make me hate nobody just because they do something different in the bedroom than I do. Ain't none of my business. Who asked me? Who asked you, motherfucker? You on my motherfucking live. What is you talking about? Ask me, motherfucker. You motherfucker feel like you can goddamn get on here and goddamn express your opinions and say what the fuck you want to say, but because people are celebrities, they just supposed to shut the fuck up? Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, it's just not realistic. But like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for motherfuckers like Lil Nas X and motherfuckers like Frank Ocean, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers who step out there and live their truth. Honest with themselves. A lot of you motherfuckers out there hiding your truth. And that's the whole shit. Is you get the energy that you put out there, okay? You get the energy that you put out there. I don't care who it is, like from a male-dominated society that put out a whole bunch of energy like that, you're gonna get the equal opposite energy in return. And that's why you have, you know what I'm saying, such a strong feminist movement. It's gonna be overly directed in the area of feminism because of all the years that it was overly masculine. You get the energy you put out there. You can't make me homophobic because I'm proud to be a heterosexual. You can't make nobody homophobic because just because I am proud of what I am don't make me hate what you are.
In his eyes, he feels like as long as it's somebody else's opinion and they're speaking their truth wholeheartedly, what's the harm in it? Well, I mean, you could ask the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, what's the harm in speaking your truth? You could ask neo-Nazis, what's the harm in speaking their truth? You can ask racist white people that do shit on a daily basis to harm Asian Americans and black people, what's the harm in speaking your truth? You could even ask toxic ass people that exist within fandoms that like to gatekeep from women and people of color. Hey, what's the harm in speaking your truth? There's a lot of fucking harm in speaking your truth if your truth is rooted in ignorance. It's not truth, it's just ignorance. Stop trying to pass this as we're trying to infringe upon this man's ability to communicate a point. Nobody's infringing on anything. You said something stupid, we're calling you out because it was fucking stupid. This brings me to the ultimate bad in this whole situation, because if there were levels to this shit, Tory and T.I. are like just really down there. It's not that, it's a big deal, but it's like the usual black toxicity from males we're used to dealing with. Boosie Badass hit a completely different level. That nigga went supernova with his ignorance. And it didn't even have anything to do with DaBaby initially. If you've been living under the crust of the earth, under the rock the previous person was living under that didn't know about DaBaby and shit, you wouldn't know that Lil Nas X just dropped a song and a visual, him and Jack Harlow, and it's a really damn good song. It's called, in my opinion, it's a really good fucking song. I heard the lyrics before I saw the visuals. Saw the visuals. I thought they were pretty good. Very well shot, very well acted, very well directed, good choreography and all that other stuff. But there's a part in there that a lot of men especially can't get past. And that part being the part where Lil Nas X is in the shower with a bunch of other naked, assumed gay prisoners inside of the gay prison, dancing and shaking dicks. Not really even shaking dicks, just more so dancing fuck ass naked. And in my opinion, it didn't do. Here's the thing. Going back to T.I. for a second, in his video, he made a comment about Lil Nas X living his truth and how he wasn't bothered by it. He just wouldn't watch the video, he wouldn't let his kids watch it because they can't mentally process homosexuality. Trust me, I just condensed a lot of shit for you, you're welcome. And then he went on to kind of slide in a comment about the WAP video, how he kind of felt the same about it, but he enjoyed the WAP video a little bit more. Of course you did. You're a nigga. I just find it interesting how so many guys can justify two women basically slamming their labias on a fucking camera, but let a nigga do the same thing, and because they're not into that, it's wrong, it's pushing an agenda, it's ruining the youth, it's doing all these other cataclysmic, horrible things. You would have thought it was Revelations in this bitch. I say all that to get to Boosie Badass, who is constantly in trouble on social media, if you know of his antics. But essentially, Boosie Badass made a very bold, incredibly toxic statement about Lil Nas X.
Bitch, go get fucked on TV, nigga. Put a porn out, bitch. Can't make the whole everybody not on that gay shit. Everybody don't want to get fucked in their ass. Everybody don't want to suck another nigga dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker said he won't perform naked for charity. We're gonna suck a dick on live, nigga. Get fucked in your ass by all other gay rappers on live, nigga. Nigga, you wanna turn out like you wanna get naked in front of kids, nigga? Go suck a dick on live, nigga. Look, I ain't DaBaby. Everybody ain't with that gay ass shit in the world, bro. You know, everybody don't want their son fucked in the ass, bro. Everybody don't want their son sucking another nigga dick, bro. This nigga the most disrespectful bitch ass nigga. Jump on stage while don't you jump on stage. I'ma snatch your bitch ass off stage, nigga. You bitch ass nigga. I'ma snatch your bitch ass off stage.
In his eyes, it was completely wrong for Lil Nas X to make this song and make the charity towards the prison system, or rather trying to keep black men out of the prison system and help them be rehabilitated and shit like that. And if you're wondering why I don't have my words together for this part of the segment, it's because I genuinely don't. Like, I literally went over this in my head 1,000,001 times and it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. You, a product of the prison system, have a problem with somebody donating money to change the prison system or keep niggas like you out or rehabilitate them when they get out because he's gay. But no, I forgot. It's that straight male mentality of, it's not that he's gay, it's that he really wants to be okay with being gay. Niggas want you to live your truth within their means of acceptability. It's not that they want you to live your truth to the fullest extent of living your truth. It's live your truth to the extent that makes me comfortable. It's funny. It's funny because these are the front runners, T.I., Boosie, these are the front runners of trying to be unapologetically black and live your black truth and live your black lives without any care, you know, fuck the white man, fuck the system, fuck all of that, you know, black people all day, all you know, black power, all that other kumbaya shit. But when it comes to a black man trying to live his love, his truth, live who he is unabashedly, then we have limitations that need to come up. Then it's a problem. How the fuck does that work? Are you not being the same thing you set out to destroy?
People said that you would destroy this shit, not join them.
Bitch, go get fucked on TV, nigga.
Balance to the force, not leave it in darkness.
You have essentially brought unbalance to the force once more. Why did you do that? And I can't even say that you're Anakin because Anakin had a reason. All legitimately don't have a reason. You're just mad for mad's sake. I go off on this rant and I say all the things that I say and I get you guys up to date with this stuff because, quite frankly, I'm fucking sick and tired of black people in the industry not taking accountability for other dumbass black people and checking their asses when they say dumb shit. If you've ever been my friend, if you've ever been that close to me where I genuinely give a fuck about your existence, because I don't like a lot of you flesh bags. If you know me, I will fucking tell you when you've done some dumb shit, or when you've said some stupid shit, or you've done something hurtful. Because I believe in empathy. I believe in sympathy to some degree. I believe in trying to put yourself in another person's shoes so that you will never ever make the mistake of treating them in a way that you wouldn't want to be treated. It's the golden fucking rule. You can tell who didn't attend school. You can tell who the fuck got red cards. These niggas had red cards. My card probably got to about yellow. Then I stopped testing Miss Jordan with them games. What I'm saying essentially is, at the end of the day, these niggas don't want someone to live their truth if it's outside the realms of acceptability to what makes them comfortable. If it's a half-naked woman on screen, they love that. Duh, they're straight. They're attracted to that shit. Give me cheeks. It's a nigga that's attracted to niggas and they don't like niggas, or maybe they do and they're just hiding that shit. I don't fucking know. I can't speak for them on that level. Just because you're not comfortable with yourself sexually or your feminine side doesn't mean you should completely shit on another nigga for being well versed in that area. If anything, you should talk to him. I mean, believe it or not, taking the time to get to know someone who's homosexual might open your eyes to a lot of shit. It's the same fucking premise to telling a white person to have friends that aren't white, so you can learn perspective, so you can gain knowledge on how the other side lives and stop being such a closed-minded dickwad. It's not fucking rocket science. Essentially, y'all need to start holding rappers accountable. Stop saying this shit doesn't matter or somebody's pushing an agenda. I've seen so many stupid comments over this shit. People saying things like, oh, well, y'all wasn't like that against Doja Cat. Y'all wasn't like that against so-and-so. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Because what I remember is a good number of people checking Doja Cat on her shit for fucking for fucking selling out for them white boys on webcams. I do remember saying this in a previous video. If I can find the clip, I'm gonna put it in here. Sit the fuck down. Again, I understand you have to defend your honor, but your honor was already soiled when you were running around saying the hard R.
So easy and loose. Let's go to the end. And only two syllables.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh my God.
Her shirt reminds me of a baby duck. Her shirt is like a...
Oh my God. I'm sorry, my lady Dallas.
I mean, to sit up here and think that you're even on that caliber to give that kind of response, buddy, you should be happy he even mentioned you. But I do remember saying this shit in a previous video, and I remember a lot of people saying we don't fuck with her no more. Just because a bigger amount of people want to ignore the obvious toxicity doesn't mean that nobody checked her on her shit. It just means the majority outspeaks the minority, and the majority doesn't give a fuck unless it's them. Black people will be so up in arms and ready for anything race related, but anything else dealing with blacks within themselves as a community, they don't give a fuck. The gay black community, nope. Trans black community, nope. Lesbian, nope. Pan, nope. I don't give a fuck about any of those little subset groups within the community because it doesn't serve your means. It doesn't serve anything for you. And you don't want to have perspective about it because you're stuck in this hamster wheel ass mindset of, if I don't like it, it's not okay. If it's not okay, my kids don't need to know about it. My kids don't need to know about it. It's bad. It's bad. You're going to hell. It's bad. I know niggas that'll sell dope in front of their kids and beat up their baby mama in front of them. Put that bitch to a table like it's WWE SummerSlam of '98. But you don't want your kids to know that a man can love another man. You're a bit emotionally stunted and it shows. At the beginning of the video, I asked you if somebody in a position of power, in a position of real, like they're just really on a pedestal or have a really big platform, if they do something or say something wrong that perpetuates a stigma or a stereotype, whatever the case may be, something incredibly negative and wrong and uneducated, if they do this in front of their audience, do you hold them accountable? The answer, in my eyes, you may feel differently, the answer in my eyes is yes. Because if they didn't have that platform, if they didn't have all those followers, if they didn't have all that money, I'd still hold them accountable. It's not about what's in their wallet. It's not about the accolades. It doesn't matter all of the fucking records they may have broken. It doesn't matter how many songs you put out. It doesn't matter how many platinums you get or go. It doesn't matter how many features you've done. What matters to me is the content of your character. And it speaks volumes when you can't even simply apologize for wrongly labeling an entire group of people based off of your lack of an education and understanding of basic fucking diseases. You didn't even take the time to try to understand what you were talking about. You just said it because you thought it was okay. It'd be no different if a white person said nigga. We'd be on their ass. We would be on their ass. We'd be on their ass like a fucking hemorrhoid. To sit here and say something along the lines of like, you know, oh, well, y'all need to get off my dick and y'all trying to cancel me and y'all trying to push that agenda, y'all picking and choosing, da-da-da-da-da. No, we're not picking and choosing. What's happening is as time goes on, more and more people are sick of putting up with ignorant shit. You just so happen to be on this end of the progressive spectrum. So, there. Instead of bitching, whining, and complaining and making excuses and pointing fingers and name calling people that are supposed to be your fucking fans and just lacking any real fucking common sense, just say sorry and change. But that's too hard for a nigga, because niggas don't change. Niggas are complacent where they are because where they are works. Niggas don't want to change. Niggas don't want to elevate. Niggas like what gets them the instant gratification or the instant funds. They like what gets them paid. They like what keeps them cush and comfortable and safe in that space. Yeah, you grinded from the bottom. You came from absolutely nothing. I'm gonna give you that. But what are you trying to get to if all you're gonna do is perpetuate ignorance and a rhetoric that you don't even fully understand? Words carry weight. If they didn't, being a rapper wouldn't mean shit. But that's just me though. That's just my opinion. You can either rock with it or you can argue against it. We can talk about it down in the comments. You can DM me, whatever the case may be. You can share this video with somebody you think agrees, disagrees, try to change their mind, try to open up their mind, whatever the case may be. I'm just trying to have a healthy conversation here, but I'm gonna keep it real at all times. A nigga acting like a nigga is nothing but a nigga acting like a nigga. So however you figure that nigga can change, Show me that. Show me that. Let's talk about it. Let's rap about it, whatever. But at the end of the day, he ain't gonna change. His ass is gonna end up losing fucking endorsement after endorsement after endorsement. As somebody who loves hip hop, I hate that it's tainted by these fragile male egos. I hate that it's tainted by this disgusting rhetoric, by this mindset that because you are like this and I am like this, we cannot coexist. My nigga, what the fuck? Ain't that what hip hop was all about? It's unity, right? Anyways, tell me your thoughts down below if you got any. DM me if you like. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with somebody you think might like it. And I will see you guys the next time the internet won't shut the fuck up about something. Peace. This nigga really said, I'm cool with gay people, but I don't care where you from. If you from the South, you know everything after the but is bullshit. Kill me is the motherfucker that fight people for no reason. The motherfucker that shot a woman in the foot. The motherfucker that got bought to basically pay for a prostitute for his underage son. And the motherfucker who's under accusations for having a sex trafficking ring. All these niggas don't like gay people. What kills me is all the people that have a problem with homosexuality or are jumping on the wrong side of this argument, essentially. Got stereotypically, they sound like gigolo names. They really do. Coming to the stage, Boosie Badass and DaBaby. Like, what the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you brought your dollars. Coming to the stage is Clifford, but you might know him as Tip. Can we all just have a round of applause for how well Lil Nas X is handling all of this? Because he was like, I have my response down below, and if you swiped up on his story, it was just, they literally just took you to the video for Industry Baby. God bless that man. God bless him. We don't deserve him.